All right, I just want to do a quick video on fixing headsets. So this is the Gamecom headset. It's a Bluetooth, plus it also works via USB dongle. And my son's been using it with his PS4. And what's great about this is that the microphone goes up and down like that, so it automatically mutes the microphone when it goes up. And it broke over here. The wire broke actually. So the headset is great. It's just the microphone part broke because this wire broke after use of, I don't know, so many years and flipping this up and down, the wire broke. So I didn't feel like throwing it away, so I decided to fix it. And the way I did is that this microphone is sealed. I had to, there's no way I could open it unless I break it apart or whatever. But I also got this other microphone from another game headset, but the microphone didn't work. The LED lights up, but the microphone didn't work. So I spent a lot of time wasting doing that. Didn't work. I do have this microphone, which I got from an action camera, and this one works. So I tested, first of all, I just want to share something about these wires. As you can see, the wires are very thin, and then they have an enamel on them. So when I saw these wires, I'm like, oh my God, how is it working without being insulated? But they're actually insulated via enamel. And I just burnt it off, used a cigarette lighter just to burn off the enamel. So I was able to connect the wires to that. I was just using this to test. And here's where I connect to the wires to the microphone. Obviously you need to solder, but it's very difficult to solder. So I have these I used for my car, actually, for my car stereo. And here's I have a box here. Yeah. So here's the box that I got from Amazon. There's a link to it, and it works well. So the other part was this wire was too small. I cut it too short, so I needed some extra wires. So I got these other wires from I don't know, some USB cable. But anyway, that's the only reason I have this other set of wires. Otherwise, I would have normally just connected the wires from the microphone to the wires from here. I also had to use cigarette lighter to burn off the enamel on this one. I know it's kind of dark, sorry. I'll get some more out of the way. So I had to burn off the enamel over here. And, you know, I'm using these alligator clips to make sure that I have connectivity and continuity between the wires. So that's why these alligator clips came in handy to be able to test and confirm that it's working. I did confirm that the microphone is working because I tested on a Zoom video. So that works. And now I'm just obviously putting it back together. But I thought I'd do the video before I put it back together. So the things to keep in mind are the wires have enamel that they have to get burnt off, and that's what number one. You have to test it to make sure that the wire works, that the microphone actually works before you put it all together. Test two, and that's the second thing. And the third thing is these joints make it very easy to provide insulation, because once you've gotten rid of the enamel, you don't have insulation anymore. And if you try to put an electrical tape, it's going to be very thick. But this provides a good soldering, and then it also provides almost like a shrink wrap over it. Oh, by the way, I do need to use a heat gun. I have a heat gun right here that I used before. I used to take it out of the box. I got it from Harbor Freight. So yeah, so when you use the heat gun, these will get melted over the wire, and they'll stay secure. Yeah, so I'll need to put two over here and two on the other side connecting this, and then I have to run the wires through here before I connect all that through this hole, and then put the screws back so that this goes back and forth. And I'll secure this microphone onto this so my son can still continue to use a mute. I'll just put some electrical tape on the microphone to secure it. All right, so far this is what I've done. You're going to hear an echo because I'm recording, so I'm going to put this mute on. So now the microphone is not going to work because of mute, but I had to make a hole to let the wire come out from the inside. Before, the wire was coming out from where this is, and this is what caused it to break over time. So not to interfere with the mute lever mechanism. I made a hole and the wire comes out through here. And again, here are my the soldering, I forget what they're called. Joints. Sorry, the soldering joints that are here. Normally, if I had shrink wrap, I would have just used the shrink wrap, but I don't have it. I'll just use some black electrical tape for now. But the key thing is to test it along the way as you put the wires in, as you put the screws in, just to make sure that it continues to work. So test it along the way, because you don't want to put everything in and then realize that it doesn't work. The wire came off somewhere. So again, I had to make a hole for the wires to come out, and then I'm going to use my heat gun just to heat that up and melt this in, and then I'll just use tape to secure the microphone onto this lever so that it's close to the mouth. And yeah, I'm pretty much done with this. Thanks for watching.